So I got a little 45-minute presentation right and I need the PowerPoint slide because I get sidetracked very easy, so this keeps me on task here. So I've been Director of Public Safety now for about 3 months, and a lot has been going on. And you always hear about, I'm not going to throw numbers at you, I want to tell you the direction public safety is going and the changes that have been happening. So you always hear police departments saying we want to be community policing. Well, a lot of people say it, but don't do it. We want to do it. And what that means is you work with the citizens, the business owners, schools and people like that, because we can't solve all the crimes. We need to work together as a community. And with community policing, like the citizens, are excellent resources. And also, too, it helps us build relationships with the citizens. You know, a lot of times as police officers, we have negative contacts. We want to build some positive relationships, some positive contacts. Our school, we have an excellent school. They just remodeled a huge project. They're doing their character ed. So we really want to get involved with the school because schools nationwide are having a lot of issues with drugs and behavioral issues. And so we got very involved with the schools, and with budget cuts at the school and within the city, it's difficult to have a liaison or a resource officer. So what we're willing to do with them is give them a few hours a week. They've provided us with an office, and this will give us an opportunity to build relationships. We get called up to the school, a lot of times it's negative. We want to build some positives. So we're really getting involved with the school. They gave us an office. They're going to give us an extension so students can leave messages for us, or a lot of times they just want to talk or whatever their needs are. And then also, too, Downtown Business Crime Network. I don't want to take credit for this. Bob Richards put me in touch with somebody who, I think it was down in Grafton or Grafton. They're a much bigger community here. We have a lot of big box retailers. But what we're going to do is, I spoke to the DIDA tonight. After this, I speak with the merchants group. And what we want to do is build a crime network downtown. And what that is say that every year we have a counterfeit circulate through the areas. It adds up to be a couple $1,000. And what we want to do is let businesses know once we get that first, I think it was $20 bills last time, we want to put a mass email and notify all the businesses that there's counterfeit $20 bills circulating too, so make sure you check your 20s. If there's a pen that you can do that with. Maybe not all the businesses have that. We can work with them, get the tools that they need to do that, or just any. Right now we have a little graffiti going on, and as police officers we patrol the alleys, check buildings, but also too we can work with the business owners to help deal with that issue. So that's part of the community policing. I don't know if a lot of you have seen our department, but I don't think it had been renovated since 1987. The floors were real bad. The paint was bad. We had a community service person paint. They didn't do a good job. So we painted the garage doors. They were like 3 different colors. So they're uniform color now. You can see on the public safety building on the right side, we just put out a request for bids on re-roofing because the roof's been leaking for about 10 years. So it's caused a lot of damage within the building, damage to insulation. So we're addressing that issue. We created 2 workstations. Sergeant Carpenetta was kind enough to post for me. So we created 2 workstations. We didn't really have uniform workstations, so people just worked all over, things got out of place. And then we put carpet on the floor you really can't see. So it looks really nice. Creates a positive environment, positive atmosphere, and the officers really like it. And I like it too. So I should have cropped some daisies where those weeds are across the street. So with changes in our department, we've downsized a little bit. We've lost 2 officers. Sometimes officers are working by themselves. Sometimes from midnight or 2 a.m. to 6, and sometimes during the day 8 to 2. So I went out and talked to the officers, talked to people, what can we do to make it safer for you? And Taser is one of our options we chose. And if you clicked on that, this is how a Taser works, and it should work.
Right in here?
Yeah. There. Works good. So as you can see, for 5 seconds, you're in extreme pain. And we laughed after everyone was shot. But what that allows is an officer, if they're dealing with a subject, we're not going to pull out our gun, but it gives them a tool to incapacitate them. It'll put them to the ground. We won't catch them; they will fall. But it makes them a little, or their job, what they're doing, allows them to be operating safely. And also, too, if they're down and they're still not cooperating, you pull the trigger again, they get 5 more seconds, and it doesn't take a long to learn that this hurts. So, tasers have been very effective. From the fire side of things, our goal is to improve the ISO rating. Our ISO rating is a 6. Talking with Officer Leapart and Snyder and Bob Turbinen, we believe we can get that ISO rating down to a 4. And what that really impacts is our industrial and commercial insurance rates. So it makes it very beneficial for business or industry. They'll save money and hopefully encourage people to come to Ironwood. So that's our goal. It takes a 3-year process. So we're working closely with the water department and doing different things to bring us up to speed on that. So also, too, this is public education is a huge thing. We do a lot with the kids. This was our coloring contest. I think it's Abby Winterston that is. She won the coloring contest. But what we're going to do now is going to the schools and provide educational opportunities. Like during Fire Week, we're going to K through 3. We're going to do this year, but we'll hope to expand that program. Just want to do a little presentation and just educate people on fire. But also, too, we still do our smoke alarm and our battery program for citizens of Ironwood. So we're not just focusing on kids. A lot of the stuff we do involves kids, but also, too, we do a lot of programs for adults and stuff. We're going to start a fire extinguisher program for businesses and people in the community that need assistance in learning how to use a fire extinguisher. So those are a few things coming on the pipeline. And we got our new ordinance, our new ATV ordinance. In the last 30 to 40 days, I wish Mr. Fink was here because I think this is what he was describing to me. We've issued 5 citations for underage four-wheeler or ATV use. And that's our latest victim, and we have heard about this individual quite a bit, and we finally caught him. And I think it's starting to get the word out there because those 5 citations, we confiscate their vehicle till they pay us the $75, plus they have court costs of about $110. So it's an expensive, plus there's a towing bill too because we have to have it towed. So it's over $200 if you get caught riding these four-wheelers on the roadway. So it's really made a positive impact with the ATV problem. We're hearing less and less about ATVs riding up and down the roadway and things like that.
Yeah.
One other thing I forgot to add, and it's not on the slide, is from new equipment too. I spoke with Randy Forstrom from Beacon, and we provide oxygen now. So we carry oxygen in our vehicles. We've had instances. Beacon's been very busy. They cover a wide area with cuts. They're down to 2 crews operating at a time. And so sometimes we're on a scene, someone having chest pain or shortness of breath, or worst case scenarios, where oxygen can make a huge difference. So rather than wait 15, 20 minutes, now we're able to do a few things such as provide oxygen and do our vitals and things like that to assist Beacon and provide a better service for the citizens of Ironwood. So that's about it. Any questions? Or?
Great. Anybody have a question? I have a quick question. Is there currently a public alert system through public safety that allows folks to be notified and register their cell phones or their email addresses?
There was the NIXL program that Director Earspalmer, our former director, started, but now there's a cost associated with that. And that's one of the things we're looking at is staying with that system. What happened was when I took over, there was a lapse and our password expired, so it's been a process to get back into the system. So, but that's something that we will be continuing